This ties in with another question from Dr. Priya Balakrishnan. She says, does the response to these threats have to be a collective effort or an individualistic effort? And are there bad consequences to an organized collective response? And is the individualism of the Hindus due to Advaita?
Well, firstly, the individualism due to Advaita is misunderstood. Arjuna is told to go fight. There would be no Mahabharata if he were told that you have to pursue your own moksha and don't worry about all this, it's all mithya. This is a very common misunderstanding of Vedanta. That Vedanta tells you to run away, tells you to escape, because after all it's all mithya. I had a doctor telling me all that, so I said, instead of when you're required to give 10 milligrams, if you give 100 milligrams, what's wrong? It's only shunya. So he says, no, it could kill the guy. I said, okay, but whether he's dead, alive, it's the same, it's all mithya. So he said, that could have consequences. I could be sued, I could end up in jail. I said, whether you are jail or free, it's the same. So this business about Advaita teaches us not to be organized is not true. This is, again, a foreign intervention. I have not written in this book, but I am writing on this. That the interpretation of Vedanta equals kind of escapism, non-action, running away, too much nivritti mark. This kind of emphasis has been encouraged during colonial times because it could be looked at as clean Hinduism, whereas a lot of other things were so un-Abrahamic and couldn't be accepted by the Abrahamic people, especially Tantra, for example, or anything that has to embody the body. That Hindus started realizing that in order to survive, as a survival strategy, we dish out the kind of Hinduism they'll accept, which is colonization. You get colonized when you accept the colonizer's model of who you are. So this escapist Vedanta came out of that. But prior to that, if you look at the Hindu kings, how they were ruling, there were Kshatriya kings for a long time. If you look at the Harappan civilization, we have books on ancient Indian history of science and technology. We have a few volumes left. The material progress was huge in the Harappan civilization, and the progress of India in metallurgy and in textiles and in agriculture and in medicine, none of that is escapist. They're all this worldly, practical, physical, material benefits that our civilization also produced. So ours is a civilization where we did not have a clash between earthly living and transcendental pursuit. We also learned the art of earthly living in a dharmic way. So it is not that you have to